Let's go live to our Sky News colleague, former Labor Minister Graham Richardson. Richo, I don't think the outcome of the referendum would have surprised you. You thought it was on the nose for a while, but what are the political implications for the Prime Minister and the Labor government?
Well, and obviously they suffer because if you suffer a loss, then you're going to suffer in more ways than the simple loss, because it's your image. This person is fallible, and you don't want that said too often if you're a PM. So it was a piece of bad judgment by Anthony, but he's paid the price, whatever that is. I don't think it's huge, because I don't think Australians ever got engaged in this battle.
And the view that he had was that if he threw in the towel, it'd be something akin to Kevin Rudd throwing in the ETS when he called it the greatest moral challenge of our time, and then completely capitulated. So sometimes, as I put to Andrew before, there's not a great... You might have faced two decisions, neither of them ideal, but sometimes you've got to take the less bad of the two options. And I guess going ahead with the referendum and the loss was the less bad of the two that he faced.
Yeah, and in politics, it's always about going for the lesser evil, and that's exactly what Anthony's done. You don't too often in politics have to decide between one really good thing and one other really good thing. Mostly, it just doesn't work like that, sadly. But Anthony's he faces up to these responsibilities, and you've got to admire him. I mean, he's taken a beating, but I think anyone who ever gets in the ring knows that you're going to take a beating occasionally, and so he's taken his, but he hasn't grabbed the bat and ball and gone home. He's just kicking off again, starting off again, and I think he's showing people he's got a stack of courage.
Well, that's something that he said. He's a conviction politician, I guess, in the mould of someone that he might not have seen as a role model, but someone like John Howard or even Tony Abbott, someone who stood by their convictions, happy to say he did, even in the face of a loss as substantial as the weekend was, which was pretty much a wipeout. But now I guess the important thing is for him to regroup and focus on those bread and butter issues.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yesterday's gone. You can't relive it. You can't redo it. So it's over. So you look to the future, and that means you focus on the things that Australians are focused on, and they were never focused on The Voice, but they are focused on bread and butter issues. They do worry about where their wages are going and whether their wages will keep up with price increases. They worry about the things that Australian voters have always worried about.
Well said, Richo. Thank you. Appreciate it.